Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Showdown game mode. And I want to talk about the mode because I don't think it was good this year, and I think a lot of people agree. I mean, this is the third video in the series that I'm doing, basically going game mode by game mode and talking about what I like or don't like and how I would fix most of these game modes here in NBA 2K25, my team. So we're going to talk about the Showdown game mode today, talk about the aspects of this year's game that I think can be improved upon, and how they can overall improve the game mode for next year. And I think you do have to keep in mind that 2K at this point, they're a business and they care more about making money than they do anything else. So keep that in mind fully when it comes to these adjustments, because they're not going to make it as good as we would like it to be. I think we have to be aware of that. But I do still think it can be improved for the player experience, even if 2K's main priority is still to make money. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I haven't played very much Showdown the last couple seasons. I have 3 wins all season in Showdown on this account, and that is because this is my Attainables account. My other account, I don't think I have many more. I might have 5 or 6. I haven't played barely any Showdown this season over the last couple weeks. Before that, I was playing a decent amount. I've gotten 60 wins almost every single season this year, 120 a few times. I have not gotten to 200 wins a single time this year in Showdown though. Number one, I personally believe that the ultimate reward as of this year was not good enough at any single point to entice people to truly grind the game mode. Right now it's an Invincible Plus player option pack, which is probably the best it's been, and that's still a tier below the best cards, you know what I mean? And I mean, it's improved a little bit, but it's still not very good. And I just think as a whole that the first thing that I didn't like about Showdown this year is the rewards. I think that's the thing that most people will agree upon. It's just that the rewards themselves did not feel rewarding enough for the amount of time you have to put in to complete these types of win markers, 120 and 200 wins, especially considering the skill-based matchmaking aspect of Showdown. The better you are at the game, the harder your games are going to be, and the less free wins you're going to get. And I would just say it makes your Showdown experience even more sweaty, even more competitive, all that type of stuff. Now, that being said, I don't expect 2K to be giving away, let's just say for right now, GOAT Victor Wembanyama for getting 200 wins. You know what I mean? I'm not really expecting 2K to give away the best card in the game for those wins, but there are a couple ways that they could significantly improve rewards. Number one, make the rewards better. Higher tier rewards, guaranteed reward cards, more MT, make you able to get a little bit more MT per game. Maybe weekly rewards could be improved upon a bit as well, because I think the MT amount was a little bit low compared to how many wins people were getting. Like if you got 20 wins in tier 1 Showdown, it's only 35,000 MT. I personally wouldn't say that is all that spectacular. So for me, that's my initial thought, is that I just think you could realistically save a bit, or improve it a bit just by improving the rewards, either by just making the rewards better or make the rewards sellable. And I know there is an option for sellable rewards for the weekly rewards, which is good. Again, I don't think the rewards themselves for the weekly rewards are good enough this year, but I don't know if I expect significant progress at the same time, I guess is what I would say on that front anyway. But if they just made the rewards sellable, these 15, 60, 120 win and 200 win rewards, if they were sellable, that would be by itself an enticing reason for people to play the game mode. So, and in previous 2Ks, to be fair, I know 2K loves their unsellable rewards. Showdown has been an exception to that. Showdown has had sellable rewards in the past. I'm hoping that that maybe changes again next year in Showdown, because the main online mode gets some sellable rewards. Also, I will say Showdown is technically promoted as a ranked mode because it has leaderboards for tier 1. Now the leaderboards for tier 1, either number one, they need to be improved upon in terms of the actual formula for ranking players, or just take them away entirely because they don't really matter. I mean, let's look at these leaderboards right now. It's mostly either boosters or like mid players who just play the game a ton. There's a couple guys on here who seem like they're pretty solid players. There are a few, but there aren't a lot of like really sweaty, clearly good players playing tier 1 Showdown. And a lot of the ones who are look like they might potentially be boosting as well. So I don't know. I don't know if this is really the best indicator, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of top players don't play Showdown at the same time as well. So with that being said, I do think that's another area that they could absolutely improve upon. I don't know if they will, but it would be nice to see a little bit of effort there. I think if you're not going to improve leaderboards, so just take away skill-based matchmaking. College football removed skill-based matchmaking from their main head-to-head mode this year, head-to-head seasons, whatever you want to call it, and I think that's great. If you want to have a ranked mode, that's fine. Why not have a casual mode and a ranked mode? I don't see why they couldn't implement that. I think when they promoted this as the best rewards and ranked tiers, they're not really ranked. You only get ranked in tier 1, and it's only based on how many wins you have. That's the only thing that matters for the rankings. Outside of this, you don't even know what your record is. In tier 7, tier 8, like, you have no idea. Up to tier 1, you have no idea what your record is. And in tier 1, it doesn't even really tell you your record. You just have it tracked on the leaderboard here. So that's only against other tier 1 players, which is fine. But I just think there's a lot more they could do to this mode. Either improve the ranking system, like MLB The Show has a ranked points system, and you get points based on how you play, and you match up against people who are in similar point categories or point levels, point tiers to you. So I think that is kind of neat. I'm honestly kind of a fan of the way that MLB does that. If you want to have a ranked mode, that's kind of the model or the way to do it, in my opinion. At least that's my thought, is that some sort of like actual legitimately properly executed ranked mode with legitimate rewards, kind of like MLB The Show has it, would be the way to do a ranked mode. Otherwise, take the skill-based matchmaking out entirely, or have 2 separate modes, one with skill-based matchmaking and a little bit better rewards, one with less rewards but no skill-based matchmaking, just a casual play the game mode. Also, one other thing that I would like to see improved upon, and I know it probably cuts into 2K's bottom line slightly, but it wasn't rewarding enough this year. The amount of MT you make per game is just not enough. No door game or vault also hurts unlimited this year in Showdown, just because you were playing a 30-minute Showdown game, and if you won the game, you get 2,000 MT. You know, I mean, you weren't getting anything game to game at all. There's no RNG player you could potentially get out of vault, which, I mean, we used to complain about those guys being RNG. I'd be happy to have those players as options to get, period, in all honesty. At this point, I don't know, man. I don't want to sit here and just complain the entire time, because I do think that I would like to have more of a positive outlook, but I just don't think very much of what Showdown did this year was actually good. You didn't get rewarded per game. You didn't really get rewarded all that much per week. You got some weekly rewards, but they weren't significant. And then your milestone rewards throughout the season were not at all guaranteed to be good, and were often just downright bad. And so that is my initial feelings there about Showdown. And maybe I don't expect huge change. I don't mind the tier system, and I think better rewards by tier is fine. Just upgrade the level of the rewards a little bit. Add a per game reward, add a player reward you can grind for at the end. Like, instead of this option pack, just give us a player reward at 200 wins or 120 probably seems like a more reasonable amount. 200 wins is a lot for an end game reward. Like, that's a pretty incredible amount of Showdown games for most people. That's five wins a day every single day the entire season. Like, it's a lot of games. People don't have the time or the energy to do that. I think 120 wins as the ultimate reward next year would be good. If you want to add an additional stretch 200 win reward, go for it, but that should be a really good reward. That's a ton of games to play in a season. I think we should have like a player reward at 120. I don't know. I think 2K could absolutely turn Showdown into a game mode that people want to play more, but as of right now, this year, there just wasn't very much incentive to play it, because nothing about the game mode was all that great. The skill-based matchmaking was kind of annoying, I think, for a lot of casual players. The rewards for a weekly basis were just kind of not important enough to really incentivize people to grind for them, because they weren't that great. The milestone rewards weren't that great. There was nothing to play for on a game-to-game basis. It just became a bit dry. You know what I mean? And I think other Showdown modes in the past and unlimited modes in the past have been better than this year's was. And so hopefully we see a little bit of growth and a little bit of improvement with that next year. I don't know. We'll see. That being said, that's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.